Assalamu alaikum students. Today I am conducting your English class. The name of your book is The Merchant of Venice and Other Stories from Shakespeare's play. And the play which we are going to discuss today, The Merchant of Venice. Today's lecture is A Good Friend. In the days when the city of Venice was rich and famous, one of the chief citizens there was a merchant named Antonio. He was a very rich man. He owned many valuable ships and traded with many different foreign countries. He was well known for his kindness and had many friends. Amongst them was a young Venetian nobleman called Bassanio. Although he was a nobleman, Bassanio was quite poor. He often spent more money than he had so he could live the way he liked. But Antonio loved him and always lent him money when he needed it. Bassanio was in love with a wealthy and noble young lady named Portia, whose father had just died. Portia was not only wealthy, she was beautiful and clever too. Princes and nobles were continually asking her to marry them. These men were able to show their wealth and rank by arriving at her house with many servants and giving her expensive presents. Bassanio did not have enough money to do this. He was afraid Portia would not consider marrying him because he was so much poorer than all the others. So one day Bassanio went to his friend Antonio to ask for his help. He told Antonio that Portia seems to like him. Bassanio thought that if only he could go to visit her dressed in the finest clothes, with lots of servants and with some beautiful presents for Portia, he might be successful. If Antonio would lend him enough money, Portia might agree to marry. If I'm going to summarize this story is plotted in Venice. This story is about Antonio, which was a chief citizen. He was a merchant. He traded valuable ships to foreign countries. He was so kind. His father's name was Bassanio. He was poor. He spent more money than his limitation in order to achieve good lifestyle. Antonio always gave money to Bassanio whenever he needed. Bassanio liked Portia and wanted to marry her. Portia was rich, beautiful, and clever. These days, many noblemen were coming to marry her. They were coming with expensive gifts, so Bassanio also needed to give her such gifts. Bassanio came to Antonio to ask for money because he wanted to be the best, and it seems to be that Portia is liking her. The next para is I'm always willing to help you, Bassanio said. Antonio, but I have no money to give you just now. I have used it all to trade with foreign countries. My ships are away at sea at the moment. However, I shall plenty of money when they come back. Until then, I shall borrow some for you from Shylock. Shylock, the Jew, was well known in Venice. He was a moneylender and he had become very wealthy. He loved making more and more money, but he hated to spend it. He was not popular in the city because he was so mean. People who could not pay back the money they owed him got no mercy from Shylock. Antonio had often made it clear to other people that he had no respect for Shylock, but because of way he treated those in debt to him, Antonio himself had many times lent money without asking for any interest, and this spoiled Shylock's business. For these reasons, Shylock hated Antonio, and he was waiting secretly for a chance to harm him. Bassanio went with Antonio to see Shylock. Antonio asked to borrow 3 ducats, a very large amount of money. I shall be able to pay it back, he said to Shylock, when my ships return to Venice. They are now at sea and will soon arrive home with many valuable cargoes. As you know, I never lend money for profit myself or borrow it either, but because Bassanio is my great friend, I will do this for him. Now, the summary of this page is Antonio has not money now as his ships were not returned. Antonio said that he will buy money from Shylock. Shylock was money lender and he liked to make money but don't not to spend them. Shylock hated Antonio because he was popular. Shylock do not compromise to them who are not able to pay money. Antonio asked for 3,000 ducats. It's a very large amount. Antonio told that he was asking for money for his friend Bassanio. Shylock said that if your ship destroys, so what will I do? Now, at first Shylock seems unwilling to lend the money. He knew well that what Antonio had said was truth. Your ship may be destroyed by storms before they reach Venice, he said, and then you will be unable to repay me. Then he decided to offer Antonio a bargain. I am willing to be frank with you and I will lend you this money for no profit at all. This will show you that I too can be kind and generous, in spite of what you have said about me. But I have an amazing idea and I hope you will agree to it. If you cannot repay me in time, then you must let me cut a pound of your flesh from any part of your body I choose. Bassanio was suspicious of Shylock's intentions and told Antonio not to accept this plan. But Antonio laughed and agreed to the joke. Then the three men went to a lawyer to sign the agreement. Antonio took the money from Shylock and gave it to the Bassanio, who got ready to visit Belmont, where Portia lived. Now, the summary of this page is Shylock said that if you cannot repay me in time, you will let me cut a pound of your flesh from any part of your body I choose. Bassanio tried to stop Antonio, but he laughed and agreed. They went to lawyer and signed the agreement. Antonio gave money to Bassanio and Bassanio was getting ready for Belmont. Thank you so much, student. Thank you for learning through FC Web Portal. We believe this video shall help you to educate and understand regarding the topic. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.